Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we have a new bike. New bike for the channel. So this bike was a total come up. It's Apollo X15 4-stroke. I think it has 4 speeds. As you can see, it has a clutch. So that's awesome. It just needs a little fixing up to do, a little tune up, and this bike rips. It's pretty fun. One of the things that I had to fix on it was it had a messed up throttle tube that was like getting jammed and being all weird. As you can see kind of in there, that's a brand new throttle tube. So now this thing slides perfectly good, doesn't get jammed or stuck. It's disconnected right now because I already pulled the carb. As you can see, this is the old carb. It's a PZ26. The reason I'm replacing the carb was because the thing had old gas in it, and I'd cleaned the carb, I took it apart, cleaned the jets, but it was still kind of like sputtering when you would give it like throttle. It would sometimes it would run good, sometimes it would kind of go like and kind of sputter out. I cleaned everything up, I drained the fuel, I replaced the fuel filter right here, and it was still doing it, so I was like, might as well go ahead and throw a brand new carb on it. So I went ahead and ordered a replacement one. So hopefully after this new carb, she's gonna run perfect. Other than that, check out this bike. It had a blown out rear end, like all the spokes were all messed up, so I had to order a new wheel with the hub, new sprockets, new brake discs in the back, so it's a fresh rear end. But other than that, look at this bike. This bike is super clean. I love it. So let's go ahead and throw this carb on and see if she runs good. The choke is on the right side. That's good. PZ26. Fresh new carb. Okay, so when you change the carb, make sure your fuel's off so it's not leaking. You're gonna disconnect the fuel line. You're gonna disconnect your air filter. And lastly, you're gonna disconnect right here, if you could see it. That's your slide cable for your throttle. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna unscrew the top of your slide cover. There we go. Gonna pop off the spring. This is what you're gonna have. Then you're gonna go ahead and take your slide. You're gonna wanna get your slide out. Make sure you don't damage it. Probably the hardest part of installing a carb. So what you wanna do is kind of assemble everything in order. Make sure this gasket's on so you don't have any air leaks. The gasket goes right in here. Okay, so as you can see, I disconnected the whole throttle assembly. That's my new throttle tube. And then it's gonna give us some extra slack to mess with this cable right here. Just like that. And then you'll be able to compress your spring and slide that piece all the way to the bottom. Just like that. Exactly, that's how you want it. So it locks in place right there at the bottom. This is what it should look like when the slide and the springs are assembled. Then you're going to want to take your carb, make sure that gasket on top doesn't fall out. You're going to slide in your slide, and then you just want to screw the carb in. Alright, now I'm going to reattach my throttle cable. I didn't really even need to take it off, but sometimes if you need more slack, you might have to disconnect your throttle cable. So we're going to go ahead and put that back on. And that spring in the slide is what gives your throttle that snapback and tension. I finally got it. Now look. That throttle is perfect now. Buttery snapbacks. Look at that. Exactly how you want it. Finally, sometimes the throttle tube, you have to like perfectly align it so it doesn't get jammed. But that's the old one. All screwed up, chewed up. We don't need that anymore. Now we have our carb to put on. Go ahead and pop on our fuel line. Fuel line is connected. Hopefully our bolt holes align. That's how our carb's gonna be. And then we're just gonna reattach our air intake to the other side of the carb. So this side goes to the intake manifold of the carb, and then the intake pops on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Perfect. Alright, let me tighten this carb down, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so new carb's in, ignition's on, this is on, fuel's on. You can turn the choke off. Shouldn't be that cold. She should just kick over. Bro, first kick. Literally started first kick. She's running perfectly now, not sputtering. Hope you guys enjoy that little carb install. I'm gonna take on a quick little rip. Oh, probably cold still. a little cold still because the choke is off, but who would know? All it takes is a carb to get these things running again. Damn that throttle. So snappy. Oh my god. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that video. This little bike is super sick. Runs like a champ now, and I'll see you guys next time.